Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about how to make a UI or user interface switch tool in a Swift project. As you see, we will place a switch in your screen, and then you can get the value if it's on or off. And yes, you need to know also that there is a link in comment line, below to the source code of this project. Starting project, yes, we need to start, but before that I will show you how will be output. You will see that as soon as you change value of the button, when you tap on it, it's going to be on or off, and down below you will see that if it's on or off, plus that you see it visually. Okay, so let's stop this test project, and then we start our new project. So file, new project, and here single view app, and we name it iOS Swift UI Switch. Yes, we name it UI Switch, for example, 2. Oh, sorry. I type tool wrong. So same directory as usual, and yes, it says it exists because I tested before, and I'm gonna replace it with a new one. So now as soon as we had our project ready, we will jump to main storyboard. And in main storyboard we need to add some label and switch, also text field. So here you say label, then yes, we will place my label here. Then I say, I can do it with here with size inspector, but I do it here. And so text will be UI switch sample. I make color of the font blue, also align the center, and I make it something between 20 and 30. And also we're done with this label. We just need to make sure that keep same size it is. So add the constraint for wide and high. Also I align it horizontally, so being center of the horizontal all the time. Also I need to add one text field to show status of the switch. We can do it with label, but this time I do it with the text field. And so about your text field, just here is in the status you just see it's enabled. I uncheck mark it because I don't want to user B type anything in there. I just want to use it as a something to show user that was the value. And at the end we add our switch here. So we put our switch here in the middle. It's not really necessary, but I used to do that, and I do it to be in safe side. So I add two constraint to keep same size it is. And also for this, also I need to add two constraint to keep size of it. Also one constraint to keep it horizontally in center. But for my switch, I want to keep it both horizontally and vertically center. Okay, and so you will see that it is now in the middle. Also for my label, I control drag from my my text field to this and say keep vertical spacing, and for this label also I do the same. Okay, vertical spacing. So you may say, what's the point? I'll tell you, because when we switch from the user, when we made our project, it's able to show in landscape or portrait, and if I go in landscape, you will see it's still same as it is, no change. Even if we change device, for example, to bigger size, still we will be in the middle, but I want to be in the same. So device, I want to be iPhone 8 Plus. Okay. Let's as our simulator is. Let's also here I'll go to switch. We had two constraints to keep its size, but also we have one extra constraint to keep vertical space with switch. So run type text field, yeah, this is the vertical space. If I tap on it, you will see its constraint is 10. I'm gonna make it 20. It's very close. I just want to show you, you can change it, and here you will see it came down already. Let me make it 30. Look at here, yeah. So it's not don't worry, you just can select this and change it anytime, or even change other parameter. In some other tutorial like piano, we will go over this much more. Okay, let's see. Now we made our user interface. Now we need to connect this to our view controller, which by default for main storyboard board is view controller. You can click on assistant editor, but this time we're not gonna do this. We will jump to view controller first, because I want to show you that you can code first and then connect it much easier. Okay, so for let's make some space here. So here I just say at IB outlet. Okay, this is for when you want to be able to work on attribute. So weak var, this is a keyword. We have a tutorial about that in our channel. Okay, and say stats switch. Okay, from type of or superclass UI switch exclamation mark. Also another one, IB outlet weak variable text field from type of UI text field. So these two these two outlets we made it. Then also we need to add one action. So to be connected, so IB action let us to connect this function later to storyboard or user interface. So I name it button tab. Here I use underline to be able, when we call this underline says that when we call this function we don't need to mention sender in there, otherwise we need. So I use any type of any, or I can use even type of UISwitch, but I use type of any. Okay, and in this function we have one if else that I will show you what it's gonna do. So I say if, okay, so we made on top of the class as an attribute stat of switch. So yeah, here you go. This is stat if is on, and it will be a small, yeah, if it is on, do this, else do this. Okay, and here I just say, okay, my text field text be updated by switch yeah, because if it's I'll explain to you that you know, you may say it should be say on, no, when we tap on it means that we're gonna change it. So I update the text field, and then I go to stat of switch and I just say set on value, this time false. So I make it false. That's why I make my labeled my text field to say false. And animated, yes, do it in animation way. Okay, and so again, if else text field dot text, this time say switch is on, and stat switch setOn function to be true, and yes, with animation. Yeah, this is function when we tap on the button will happen. But we need another function. Why? I'll tell you. You know, this function we need it when we, you know, in view did the load. We need to add targets to trigger this function that we're gonna create. So I say stat of switch, I just add target. Okay, so this target, say from self, action will be selector. Yes, this function that I'm gonna declare stat changed. Sorry. And for UI control events dot value changed. So I add this to switch. So here I'm gonna create that function. So I say function and name my function stat changed. Stat change. So I'll go here. So in as a parameter I say switch stat as type of UI switch, and output nothing. So I'm gonna delete output. So for this one I use same as this one, but this time I use this in parameter, in function. When I get, I use it here. And I don't do any if I want to work without connecting, you can use this, but no, I'm gonna change just text field. So if it's on, it says yeah, it is on, and it is off. And if it is off, it say it is off. Yes, so you will see I expect that I got an error here because I need to add, when you use selector, you need to use addObject here. Yeah. So you will see that what we did, we will talk about this later. Let's go do our connection. And so we will go to main storyboard. Now we want to do connection. As we do that before, you just can click here, choose this view controller and right click. You can either do this and start to dragging from here to your switch, or you can come here, select this view controller, and then come to connection inspector tab, and from here just drag to your switch. But this time I'm going to do it from here. So right click and button tab. Yes, just select and connect that one to this, and I say on value change. And also for my outlets, for text field, I connect it to text field, and for set switch, I connect it to my switch. Yeah, that's all we did. So now we can run project and see if it's where program work or not. Here you may see that we did something double. Yes, each of this can work without alone. So if even you don't use this addTarget and this function, you should be fine. This is my understanding. But this time I do both of them, and you can test it out. Actually, I do test this one, remove this too, and you will see that I expect it will work. But you can test it out yourself. I want to keep this tutorial video short. So as you saw, we made two IB outlets for connecting text field to text field, and for connecting switch. Then we can work with attribute of that. Also we made one IB action to this. In this IB action we make a function that if a stat of the switch is on, make it off, also updates text to off, and otherwise make it on and update it to on. So you will see we don't need this. Yes, you will see that it is working. When I tab it, it's make it off or on, and also update this one. And yeah, I hope you liked the video, and that's all for today. And if you like it, make sure to give it thumbs up and subscribe for more video coming. If you have any question, ask in comment. I'll be more than happy to help you with your questions, and I wish the best for you. Bye bye.